YouTube, what's going on? Gonk Bros back at it with another video. I'm Jared, and today I'm going to be discussing Rise of Skywalker, or better known as Rise of Trash. So, let's hop right into this. We're going to start with the obvious beginning of the movie. Palpatine is back. Palpatine is back and better than ever. As a clone. This is just pure stupidity. In so many ways. J.J. Abrams wanted to make the fans happy of some sort by bringing Palpatine back. But I don't really think that worked at all. I'm pretty sure every Star Wars fan was upset about this. To see them picking up Palpatine as the main villain kind of says a big F-U to Kylo and his character. You look at Kylo, he's supposed to be the main villain here. It's not supposed to be Palpatine. This isn't Palpatine's trilogy. This should be Kylo Ren's, but nah, he just gets moved to the side here, and it's kind of embarrassing. It's very embarrassing just even thinking about it. I mean, by adding Palpatine, what are you gonna do with Kylo? No, it makes zero sense. But I mean, there's so much wrong with this. There's so much to go through. And I felt like, I mean, to add on to that, let's talk about the Sith Wayfinder. So you're telling me there's a Sith Wayfinder for the instructions to get to Exegol. Why on earth would there be a little thing, a little box of this Wayfinder on Mustafar? Why? Who put that there? And for what purpose? Like, you're telling me he just flies to this planet and finds this Wayfinder for a map to Exegol where Palpatine is, just randomly on Mustafar. Who put that there? I need answers. Why? Why was that put there? It makes zero sense to me. Maybe someone can explain this in the comment section. It just blows my mind how stupid this is. It truly does. Alright, well, moving on from that, let's move on to Finn. The character of Finn, the tragedy of Finn. A character seen in Force Awakens as an apparent hero / Jedi. I mean, you look back at Force Awakens, this character had hope. I really thought they were going to do something with this character. I mean, you look at the cover of Force Awakens, and he is holding Anakin Skywalker's lightsaber. That is a big deal. That's a huge deal right there. And in the future films, he gets pushed to the side heavily. They just completely gave up on him. And I have no clue why. I mean, I really think they could have done something very, very good with this Finn character. I mean, he was a former stormtrooper. And imagine if they could have done a stormtrooper turns into a Jedi. I mean, that would have been awesome. That would have been sick. But no, he gets pushed to the side, has as much of a role as Rose for the next two films. And it's just a complete embarrassment. It's an embarrassment to John Boyega, as he also said that he is done with Star Wars, and I don't blame him in any way. It's an embarrassment. Classic Rey calls from Finn. I mean, that's all he says basically for the next two films. He's just yelling Rey. That's the importance of that character. Just following Rey around. just yelling her name constantly. And you can't forget the thing that Finn has been wanting to tell Rey, and they said that he was going to tell her, I meant, what he had to say, but it was never revealed. So, a complete shocker there. They bring in something and just completely forget about it, not explain it. Little knock on the Maz Kanata with Anakin's lightsaber. Force Awakens, she just mysteriously gets Anakin's lightsaber and says she will explain it at a different time, and of course, never explains it. So that's Disney at its finest right there. Let's go to, I think, the most idiotic part of all Star Wars. And it's the Death Star, the second Death Star, mind you, exploding and surviving. How? How did that happen? How? If you look back at Return of the Jedi, there was no way any of that, any part of that Death Star was remaining. I mean, it was a huge nuclear explosion. There's no way you're telling me that there's no way that you're telling me, look, go back to that scene and look at the throne room. The glass is still there. That is hilarious. Why is that? How? How is the glass still there? How did the glass not shatter in that process? How? I mean, come on now. This is laughable. Like, how did that survive? But like, oh my gosh, that just blows my mind every time I see that scene. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the Death Star. Everyone does. But come on here, be realistic. How did that survive? Wow. Well, let's move on to the next topic I got here for Rise of Skywalker. I want to talk about Palpatine's Force lightning. So, he has his Force lightning. It's iconic. Used it in both the prequel trilogy and the original trilogy, as you guys know, obviously. It's iconic. Everyone loves that, you know? That's kind of what makes Palpatine, his Force lightning. But, I don't know why he continues to use that, because in every single trilogy that he's been in, he has got completely annihilated with that. He's got destroyed with his Force lightning. It worked a few times, but for the most part, it doesn't work. He needs to give it up. Because I'm sure he'll be cloned again and he'll be in another trilogy. But he needs to give that up, because it does not work in any way. Well, I shouldn't say anyway, because it does work, obviously. But he gets destroyed. He gets completely destroyed by any lightsaber that can just deflect it. It's that simple. Like, a lightsaber can easily deflect his Force lightning. But he just gave up his lightsaber in episode 3. I just don't get it. Because you look at that scene, the final scene in Rise of Skywalker, the fight scene, and Rey brings up the second lightsaber. Apparently, 2 lightsabers can just completely destroy someone like that. I personally don't get that. If you cross 2 lightsabers, apparently it does more damage than 1. I don't really know. Oh, jeez. It confuses me. But wrapping things up here, it's a real shame that the sequel trilogy wasn't taken seriously. And there was no actual plan for this. It's sad to see the Skywalker saga end like this, but hopefully in a way it gets solved or fixed in any way. Maybe for the Mandalorian they could help it. But that's going to be all for this video. Stay real, guys, and gonk up. See you guys.